been in this game a long time. Nothing obviously surprises you.
Well, really nothing is surprising me, and I had some experience. It was like deja vu. I had to wait 10 minutes before David Haye got out of his dressing room to the fight, in the fight night. So Tyson Fury is not here today, or he's invisible. He played the clown before, or he played Batman, or whatever it was. So today was invisible, Tyson. And whatever it is, I'm just hoping that his car or whatever vehicle or whatever is going to happen the fight night is not going to break down. So he's going to make it to the fight on 29th of October. We obviously are going to have another press conference in the fight week and weigh in and open workout. So it's all action that we can look forward to. And I really wish the best to Fury's camp. And I wish that Fury is going to be in a great or one of the best shapes, because I definitely want to have the best man in the ring.
You mentioned up there that in your long professional career, you've never had this long out of the ring. Is that likely
This is true.
To energize you, or could there be a bit of ring rust there?
This is true. I have been active over a quarter of a century, and I never had a break for such a long time. It doesn't mean that I didn't train or I didn't do anything, so I'm pretty decent shape for the entire time. But I haven't been active that long. And honestly, I haven't seen champion being inactive as Fury. So as a champion, you defend your titles, you need to stay active. It's the sport that you do professionally for a living. So, and that's actually surprised me too. But anyway, I got so many surprises in the past that I'm not surprised anymore. Whatever comes, trust me, I have patience. And I look forward to 29th of October. And I'm sorry to say it, maybe it's not that good for the promotion, but if it's not going to happen 29th of October, then it's going to happen March or whatever. I'm patient enough. And you know what? I'm still young enough too.
I was going to ask you about the defeat. I know it's not nice to talk about that, but you know, you've been caught with punches before and come back and won. But being outboxed for the first time, how's that? Because I know, being a former boxer myself, being outboxed is quite frustrating. Was that, because that's a new thing for you? You've always been the master boxer.
I definitely, you know, in a certain way, size is matter. I said size doesn't matter because you need to adjust, and size is matter, and that was a little bit different than I had the same size fighters that I fought with, and it was just a different night. It was just something different, and you know, I digested it through this time, and I'm just really looking forward to this revenge. It's not something different, but it's just revenge that I'm what obsessed about and looking forward to.
Do you think the jab is key for you in the fight? Because the jab has been your best weapon throughout your career, in my mind, was dictated the pace.
Well, I don't want to get into the specifics. You know, my arsenal is big enough. It's not just the jab, and I've been showing in the past fights as well. I'm just eager to let my hands go, and I didn't do it in the fight.
Yeah, Wladimir, how important is the revenge aspect to you, and how important is it for you, if you're going to end your career, to end it on a win and not a defeat?
Well, I like to explain it maybe in pictures, in images. So imagine Mount Everest. This is me. And imagine a rock on Mount Everest. This is Fury. So that's my imagination. Without the rock, the mountain is not going to exist. So I needed that defeat. I needed that Fury. And I needed maybe, in a certain way, explanation, you know, to lose this fight after a long time of success. And trust me, to be successful for a long time, it's challenging. And I totally have different view on a lot of things. And I'm actually happy where I am right now as a challenger. It's different than I used to be for over a decade. But this time I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm looking forward to my revenge.
Do you occasionally look back on that night and the way you fought and shake your head and obviously share your brother Vitali's opinions? It was not you in there.
Well, I don't want to say it was not me. It was me.
Wasn't the real
I'm a
you?
human, and I make mistakes. I didn't make mistake. There was a mistake in a certain way how I fought, and I really hope that during the rounds that was usually happening, you know, a person gets tired and will eventually land or lose focus, and eventually going to land whatever I want to. It was not the case. Fury was focused and he was good for 12 rounds, even considering his size. Because with this size, you need to have good endurance. Anyway, he made it, and I'm not going to take out of him this win and this credit. He made it, and he made it against the best man in the division. So it's something that not every could say after a fight with me.
Just a couple more questions for you. Do you share Peter Fury's view? The first fight was a chess match. This fight will be more exciting.
Peter Fury is not Tyson Fury. He is outsider. He's not inside in the ring. And there's a lot of theory. Can be whatever my champion or my whatever relative is going to do in the ring. That's a second opinion, and first opinion is the fighter himself. And I'm going to fight not his uncle. I'm going to fight Tyson Fury himself. And I don't know about a chess match or anything else. I know that I'm obsessed to win, and impressively, and that's really makes me excited, and I actually fall more in love with boxing, believe it or not.
I was going to ask you about being excited. The fact that you had a challenger for the first time in 11 years, did that get the nerves back again? Maybe something that was lacking because you've been so dominant. The fact that you go into a fight for the first time for a long time as a challenger, does that get you motivated more than before?
Absolutely. My motivation is as high as the sky.
One more thing I'd like you to do. First of all, thank you very much indeed for turning up. Thank you very much for talking to us live. Tyson Fury isn't here. Perhaps you'd just like to look down the camera there and give your message to Tyson Fury, because this is the closest you're going to get.
Well, guys, I've been trying to give a message to my opponents through the camera. It doesn't work well. So I just want to say thank you to the fans for being patient, because you've been waiting for this fight for a long time. Just stay with us, and I look forward to 29th of October in Manchester. So you will watch Heavyweight Championship of the World, Fury against Klitschko. Don't miss it on 29th of October.
Anything to say to Tyson?
I'm going to see him eventually, sometime, somewhere, hopefully the press conference before the fight.
Wladimir Klitschko, thank you very much indeed. We really appreciate you joining us. Good to talk to you. Good to talk to you. Thank you, Wladimir.
Cheers, champ.
There we go then, Barry. You made your points with the big man. He looked at you with a professional respect, didn't he? Can't tell any eyes there, but he's a cool customer, isn't he?
Yeah, it is. And I asked the question about him being a challenger because it can be a different motivation. Look, some guys can, your ambitions be a world champion, just a fight for the title, then that ambition sort of dies a little